Good morning, Year 9. Today we're going to look at expanding and simplifying binomial products using FOIL, which is an algebraic technique. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. I'm sure that means in a minute. So again, just revising, expanding binomial products uses the distributive law. So that means that A plus B times C plus D, if we use one iteration of the distributive law, we've got A times C plus D plus B times C plus D. If we use the second one of expanding our brackets, we get AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. Remembering that what we do is for each of these is we multiply the first one by the second one. Okay, or we can also have a look remembering our signs. If we had a negative there, we would, if it was A minus B times C plus D, the first iteration will give us A times the first two would be A times C plus D, and then we'd have minus B times C plus D. Again, if we did that, we'd end up with AC plus AD minus BC minus BD. So that's what we're looking at doing, and then let's just slow it down a bit and use this FOIL. So we use the acronym FOIL, first, F FOIL, F first, O outside, I inside, L last. So when we set it up, our first, we are multiplying the first one, the first two in the brackets, the first one in each bracket. That is going to give us A times C. These are all positive in this first example. Now we're going to multiply the outside ones in the bracket. We're looking for the ones that are outside. So that one's outside that bracket. If we group them together, that's outside that bracket. The outside two numbers plus AD. Now we're looking for the inside ones. So the inside, these two, when we look them up, are the two numbers that are inside our line of four pronumerals. So that's plus BC. And now what we want is we want the ones that are last in the bracket. So this one's last and this one's last. That gives us plus BD. So again, just like we did with our rectangle, we put all that together and we get FOIL. FOIL is equal to first plus the outside plus the inside plus last, AC plus AD plus BC plus BD, which is exactly what we got yesterday with our area method. Okay, so now what I've done is I've done these two examples here. In the first place is our first chunk. We're going to look at positive ones. Now I've set this out with a lot of lines. You don't need to do that. You can leave out this FOIL thing here and go straight down to this line where you're putting them together. I have done it just to make it really, really clear what I'm doing with these first examples. So expand and simplify, x plus 3, x plus 5. X plus 3, x plus 5. My first one is the first two that I am doing. So I want to go x times x to the first two that I'm doing, x squared. Next, I'm doing the outside ones in the bracket. So the outside ones in the bracket is x is on the left-hand side, 5 is on the right-hand side. I look at my signs, I see they're all positive. It is plus 5x. I'll take that plus with the 5. Next one, I'm looking for the ones that are inside when I look at them. The ones that are inside, it's the 3 on the left-hand side is inside. The x on the right-hand side is inside. I've got a plus in front of my 3. I'm going to take that sign. I've got plus 3x. Now, my last one, L, is the last one. The last one in the brackets is the 3 and the 5. I've got a plus and another plus. Two pluses is a plus. I've got plus 15. So just writing them out like we did before. X squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. Again, I collect my x terms, x squared plus 8x plus 15. Looking at a second example, I've got x plus 1, x plus 7. So looking at my first terms, x and x are my first terms, x times x, x squared. Outside ones, my outside is the x here, and the 7. So I've got a plus in front of the 7, plus 7x. The inside ones, the ones that are inside the bracket, that plus 1 on the x, so plus 1x, which is plus x. And finally, the last ones in the brackets, plus 1 plus 7 gives me a plus, plus times a plus. 1 times 7 is 7. Bring them all together, x squared plus 7x plus x plus 7. Group them together, x squared, 7x plus x is plus 8x plus 7. Now, that is the first chunk. For the first chunk, do these first exercises in question 4. I know they're the same as yesterday's or last lesson's exercises, but do them this different way. Then what we're going to do is, after you've done that, so if you've done the video, pause and do it, and then we're going to do this as a second chunk. Our second chunk is going to be the same thing, but looking at our pluses and minuses. Remember that table we can do ourselves over here. If we're multiplying things together, if its first numbers are plus, the second numbers are plus, our answers are plus. First number a plus, second number a minus, answer a negative. First number a negative, second number a positive and negative, and 2 negatives gives us a positive. We're going to use that as we go through. So the first one, we've got x minus 4, x plus 7. X times x, the first one's x squared. Outside is x times that plus 7, plus 7x. Inside is my minus 4 and my x, minus 4x. Last, minus 4 times, so it's minus times a positive, is a negative. 4 times 7 is 28. Write them out in one line, x squared plus 7x minus 4x minus 28. 7x minus 4x is plus 3x. X squared plus 3x minus 28. Looking at my next one, I have got x minus 6, x minus 1, x minus 6. First terms, x squared, x times x. Outside, x times minus 6. They're the ones on the outside. Minus 6x. Inside ones, my inside ones is the minus 1 times x. My sign is negative. Minus 1x is minus x. Now last terms, negative times a negative gives me a positive. 1 times 6 is 6. Just writing them out. X squared minus 6x minus x plus 6. X squared minus 7x plus 6. All right, my last term here, I am looking at x plus 2, x minus 7. Now this time around I haven't done the FOIL down the thing. I'm just going to do them as we go. First term, x times x, x squared. Outside is x times that minus 7, so it's a minus. And it's just x times 7, 7x. Looking at my signs now, I've got the inside. I've got plus 2 times x, it's plus 2x. Looking at my last terms, it's a plus 2 times a minus. So it's plus times a minus is a minus. 2 times 7 is 14. Putting them together, x squared minus 7 plus 2 minus 5x minus 14. So that's our answer, and then have a go at the second lot of questions. Any queries, send me an email. Thank you.